Resident Evil Requiem is by far the best game of the entire series, but I had one problem. It was way too easy. So I've gone from overusing my pistol to just not using it at all. Can you tell me you're just dead? Oh wow, I've wasted my shotgun bullets, haven't I? I thought they were way stronger than that. Insanity mode punishes hesitation. Wait, what? Bad routing and panic.
That's me when I have a headache.
I missed, but I never really felt that myself. Well, that's not fair, is it?
Not at all. Not at all.
Now my hitless run is ruined. I have only beaten the game once on normal difficulty, and even that was while I was on call with my girlfriend.
Keep our friends busy.
I think you need new friends. Oh my gosh, guys, I did it. I did a one-liner. I did it. I did it. I did it. What's going on? I don't know what I'm running to. So naturally, I got cocky, and the game corrected that immediately. Am I dead? So I gave myself one proper run. Climb. Hello. Okay, maybe more than one. Unlike your usual runs in Resident Evil, every death here means starting from the beginning, bringing us onto our first rule, Deathless. Now I will be skipping the intro, because realistically there is almost no way to veil it, and even communities like speedrun.com treat that section separately since it adds nothing except wasted time. The intro alone takes roughly 10 minutes, if you're fast. So if I fail 6 runs, which spoiler alert I did, that would be an hour spent replaying what is basically a walking simulator. The second rule is that there is no healing at all. That means no herbs, no med injectors, nothing for Leon or Grace. This also means stimulants. Technically they do not count as healing items, but they still boost your max health and fully heal you. So in my books, even though the achievement says otherwise, if I was cutting healing out, I also had to let go of this. But I just want to make it clear, if at any point I take damage, there is no way of getting that health back. That brings us on to rule 3. I am not allowed to use the blood collector at all, which if you didn't know, for Grace is a huge problem, because that is basically our only safety net in this entire game. It allows you to do stuff like craft the best ammo in the game or just general ammo, which is already very limited, which means I'm going to have basically no resources this entire run, especially as Grace. Leon uses different resources to craft stuff. Even though in the achievement, it only says that Grace can't use the blood collector, I also decided to make it a bit fair, and because I'm not sexist, that Leon can't craft stuff either. Leon, however, can craft an item, and I decided this should be the shotgun shells. I'm gonna make it so you can make hand grenades, since Leon only has a hatchet, so he can't make makeshift knives, of course. But I really like shotgun. Okay.
Not good.
All of this has to be done under 4 hours, which sounds generous until you realise a bunch of the time saves we get are only possible through using the blood collector. I am not kidding when I say, if you choose one bad route, one fight that takes way too long, or you have to reset on a puzzle because you did the input wrong, and suddenly the timer starts mattering a whole lot when there's like 5 zombies chasing you and the chef is swinging his machete at you. And honestly, I don't want that machete anywhere near me. Not because it's machete, because I saw him beating his beat with it. There is one last main rule I want to talk about, and it's pretty obvious, and that is doing it on Insanity. For those of you who aren't aware of the Insanity mode, or just Capcom in general, they are known for adding an increased difficulty of when you've beaten a game. This changes stuff like, yes, the enemy's health and damage they do, but also stuff like items in the shop, the coin locations to use the shop, enemy spawn locations, and a huge variety of things. And if you need an example of this, just imagine Fortnite and they've changed the map yet again, but swap map for every single useful item in this game. There are also a few minor rules I want to point out. There is no special content that does include all of the charms. There is no heavy exploits or glitches allowed either. Also, I am not allowed to do skips, such as when you find Chunk for the first time. Well, he finds you, I guess. Basically, we're going to be playing the game as it is intended. While yes, it would make certain sections of this game way easier, it just didn't really seem fair, and I want this to be something that anyone here can actually try themselves. Disclaimer, attempting this challenge may cause emotional distress, frustration, and repeated exposure to self-inflicted suffering. Viewer discretion is advised. We accept no responsibility for psychological damage sustained during repeated failed attempts. And the entire point of this is to test my skill not to break the entire game. They remember the last elevator sequence from the other game? And they're like, yeah, let's make it worse by making it so you can not even move an inch. Now, due to personal preference, I kept both Leon and Grace in first person because swapping perspectives constantly felt awful, and Leon moved sharper / cleaner this way. And I would like to be able to see more than half my screen. With all these rules now finally in place, it is now actually time for Resident Evil 9's actual insanity mode. This is Resident Evil Requiem for the mentally insane. You're an FBI agent whose entire social circle is basically collapsed around you because you're one of the few people in the building not abusing your authority for fun. You have no partner, no real backup, and you definitely don't have anyone who will defend you in a time of need. So naturally, your boss decides the best possible assignment is sending you straight back to the exact place where you watched your mother die. So of course you have every right here to deny this investigation, because honestly, why would you want to go back? Okay, never mind. I guess we're doing this. So this is Grace Ashcroft. She joined the FBI as an intelligence analyst after her mother's death, mostly because work became the one place she could bury her head in and avoid everything else. She did get firearms training along the way, but even her own superior always had her behind a desk and she had never been out in the field. Despite the severity of the case, revolving around a string of deaths tied back to the former survivors of Resident Evil 2, she was still sent in alone. Once inside the crime scene, the hotel wastes no time pretending this is a normal investigation. There's already a note waiting for you, with your name, face on it, and somehow the message is not telling you to leave, and instead it is inviting you further in, which, against all common sense, then why didn't you try and kick the door down? Grace follows. Deeper inside, the hotel somehow gets worse, with Grace finding an entire room covered in photos of herself. This triggers a flashback scene to the night her mother died. Like this. Where she remembers her own mother hiding something behind one of the paintings. Back in the present, we immediately run downstairs to investigate, only to find her newest album her mother was about to drop. It's a VHS tape. That's why he hid it.
Yeah, you could let anyone know about his new single.
And right after this, the officer returns holding his neck, saying,
Something stung me.
Within seconds, his blood darkens, his veins spread, and whatever was human about him disappears. You need an inhaler, bro.
Whoa.
Grace immediately gets caught on a door handle because she's so frightened, and then the police officer tries shooting us with his shotgun. Thankfully, this isn't too difficult to avoid though, and after freeing herself, we both fall on the floor. This is obviously an emergency, so an emergency key spawns out of nowhere.
Get up, let him get up, let him get up. Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
Oh. Let me just...
Fallen, and I can't get up.
Okay, I'm gonna stop with the memes now. Okay, now I'm done. She does still manage to survive though, but ignores a perfectly usable shotgun, walks right into a room with a mysterious man in a chair, and gets strangled unconscious almost immediately. She's a federal agent, remember? But honestly, who cares? Because now we get to play as Leon! Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Despite Victor's best efforts to be inconspicuous, Leon is just way too experienced and instantly spots him walking down the side of the road. The second Victor realizes Leon is literally right behind him, he drops any subtlety he has left and starts shooting up the nearby civilians with the T-virus. Which means the worst possible scenario has happened. They have turned British. Infected with the T-virus, they now see anyone who isn't British as nothing more than a cup of tea. The comical zombie walk. The one hand aim. Whoosh. You see why people like Leon so much? He's just dead now. Even though we're still in the introduction, there's actually a lot of loot here worth grabbing, and taking the wrong route can actually get you hit here. You can actually dodge every single zombie here if you know what you're doing. We do this just to simply save ammo, since we are on the hardest difficulty of course, and we're going to need every bullet we can get. We do, however, spend 1 Requiem bullet. This is because 3 zombies line up, and that's the most you can get with 1 Requiem bullet without any charms. This just gives us a bunch of extra cash, and we don't need this bullet for the next scene with Leon. After failing to catch up to Victor, the game reveals Leon has already been infected with the T-virus, which normally would be a serious problem, but apparently years of coffee have delayed the full British invasion. It is clear though that he doesn't have a lot of time left. And after finding this out, we swap back to Grace, and this is how the entire game will be going. For the first half of the game, we'll be mainly playing as Grace, and for the second half of the game, we'll be mainly playing as Leon. Why are you always sweating?
Mind you, she was like running through a mansion, had like a zombie man chase her, almost throw her out a window, and you're like, why is she sweating?
Have you ever heard of meditation? It helps calm the nerves.
Yeah, like she's about to meditate.
I mean, she's got time to kill. She's kind of just hanging around.
Okay.
After freeing yourself from this medieval torture device, we head to this mysterious doorway to retrieve a glass bottle. We do this now because we actually can't do it later on once we've gotten the key at the end of this hallway. We use that key to unlock this room, and this is basically our first safe room. This is where we'll be resetting every time I lose a run, and we are no longer in the intro section of the game. You want this glass bottle because yes, you want every single possible item you can get. The more important reason is because with glass bottles, you can actually stun zombies. In insanity mode, it takes roughly 2 to 3 bullets to stagger a zombie, and say 4 or 5 to stun them, where you can then push them over. It is crazy to think and say the glass bottle is actually a lot more useful than the handgun for Grace. There are certain areas of the game where you are forced to kiwi a zombie or several zombies, such as this section right here. You have to kiwi 4 of them, and this takes up so many bullets. I'm not going to get into it now, but it takes up so many bullets. You have to hoard just for this one section. So we're not allowed to just shoot every zombie that we see to stagger them. We will have to find areas where you can just run past a zombie, or have to do this wild goose chase just to not spend 2 bullets. Make sure to grab the bottle and the wardrobe too. Then you want to head straight back to this mysterious door, because now that we have the lighter, we can actually go further inside the room and open this door. As soon as you do, a cutscene will happen, and this is where we'll see the first main threat for Grace, known as the girl. I do tend to also call her the stalker though, since that's her main gimmick for this entire game. In insanity mode, she is faster than you, so make sure that you get to a room with light in as soon as you can, because this deters her.
Holy smokes, if you felt the ground shaking beneath your feet earlier
What?
it wasn't an earthquake. It was the CEO of Crafton getting his cheeks clapped by...
What? Ignore Moist Critical in the background. Just refound this as a clip to use it for this video, and I didn't realize I had Moist Critical on, but it was like the perfect clip, so I had to include it. Once she's been affected by the light, she will climb back into the ceiling. You heard me right. She climbs into the ceiling. As soon as she does, run back to this mysterious door. We're going to go ahead and grab both the antique coin on top of this locker and the ink ribbon from behind this corpse. Now you might be asking, Jack, why do you need ink ribbons? You're doing this deathless. Well, you see, the thing is, right, I got responsibilities. I understand for some people they can sit here, let's say 4 hours to beat the game. You do you. So sometimes I'll have to save the game, quit, come back. Yada yada yada. But don't worry, a proof video will be uploaded on the second channel at Jack the Cookie Monster in case you're interested. And if you think this is unreasonable, well then I don't care about your opinion. So, tough. Anyway, as you can see, we just instantly moved the cart to where the toolbox is. This is because the girl can't catch up to us in time, as long as you just keep moving the cart in the correct direction. After grabbing the screwdriver from the toolbox, head to this conveniently placed hiding spot until the girl comes into the room. The second she turns the corner in this room, just run past her. She's not going to follow you. As we head towards the safe room, the girl will appear in front of us. Once she does this, we want to run back to the hallway where that mysterious door is. Right here. And you'll notice once we enter this area, she'll actually turn around despite the fact she can catch us. This is because she'll try and cut us off because she thinks we're running around her. Whereas instead, we're just going to stand here until we see her at the end of the hallway. And the second we do, we're running straight to the safe room. Just make sure you start moving before she enters the hallway / starts climbing through the doorway, because it's very likely she'll catch up to you.
Hello there.
After that, run straight back to the safe room because she will not reach you in time if you keep moving. Grab the fuse, leave immediately, and this time head straight for the fuse box before she catches you again. And once this is done, a cutscene will happen where Grace gets girl handled, I guess.
Stop crawling. Get on your feet.
And now we are Leon again. The second Leon loads in, we're turning around and grabbing the 3 credits sitting on this wheelchair. Do not worry, the cripple it belongs to is in no position to file a complaint, and even if he was, Leon can outrun him, and we're about to buy a shotgun. So I'm sure he won't mind. Talking about the shotgun, that's exactly where the credits are going. Once we've bought it, we're going to put the red dot sight on it for better accuracy, and add the power upgrade. We're also going to sell our pistol since it's trash, and all the ammo for some extra cash. That rhymes. Nice. We will also be buying some extra shotgun shells because if you saw the intro, you can tell I do not play a lot of shooter games. Right after that, the game will throw an ambush at you. First, stand still. I know, it sounds odd. Wait till the zombie is just about to swing, then fire with the Requiem. This will immediately take him out. Immediately after that, take out her as well. Preferably shoot her in the head, so she actually dies though. Next, spin around and clean these up too with the Requiem. In this one, you'll notice I didn't actually do that. That's because in this run, something a bit odd happened. One of these zombies had other plans, and I had to include this. You see, this one in particular, he unlocked instant transmission, because this man is just Goku. What? Now, another patient drops in from the side, and this one you need to get rid of quickly, because he will clock onto the chainsaw on the floor and decide that it is his now. We of course do not want this to happen. 2 shells from the shotty and he is done. Pick up this chainsaw he was so excited about and drop it over here for later, but make sure to walk backwards after you drop it. Otherwise you'll get snagged by it, and I definitely did not restart some runs because of this, so don't be like me. Go down. You'll start to hear banging on the nearby doors. That's because zombies are about to flood out of it. So quickly switch to the Requiem pistol with the last bullet in the mag. Try to line up these 4 zombies if you can. If not, just go for as many as you can. After doing so, whatever's left, take a couple of steps forward into the room and hold this corner. It actually pulls the zombies towards you instead of the chainsaw, which is exactly what we want. A few headshots, a few axe finishes later, and that's the entire room cleared. Loot everything off the bodies. From this point on, you should just know as a general to loot all the zombies. Zombies won't always drop everything, but just quickly run over them and press F, and if there's anything there, you'll pick it up. Nice. However, I will flag important stuff, for example the boxes, which yes may be obvious, but some of the more hidden items, like for example in this shelf here. Head back to where you dropped the chainsaw and open the... Or just head through the lock on your side, I guess? You know what? I'm sorry guys, I forgot. We're Leon. We can do whatever we want. This is super necessary to the story, obviously. Head through here and ignore whoever is yapping our ear off and enjoy the show. Grace is getting thrown around just a little bit. Wait, so Leon was just standing there watching this all. You just watched this woman... Leon, what's happening with the reflexes? Remember guys, we're Leon. We do what we want. Did you forget that? I literally just said it, remember? Anyway, after our favourite TV show wraps up, classic Resident Evil does its thing and separates us. Grace gets the Requiem, Leon gets... Whoa.
Are they about to kiss?
I don't want to know what he's getting, to be honest. Oh my. What big hands you have. Let's just move on before I get demonetized. Now we are Grace, who thanks to a gate closing between them, has absolutely no idea of what just happened to Leon. Ah yes, the beauty of blissful ignorance. We're going to head into this safe room here and we're going to find a little child, and because we aren't a billionaire or a Discord mod, we're going to leave them alone. Head into your item box and collect this coin. I've literally just remembered the way you get this coin is from the intro of the game. I completely forgot about this until I just saw it. But it's on this little step here as Grace, and it's like literally the first 10 seconds of the game, and this only appears on your second playthrough from what I'm aware. We got a keycard from the previous room. The one with the clearance badges blocking us off from the little girl known as Emily, which will be important later on, so we have to keep this in the back of our mind. But for now, we're going to head back outside and use it on this door right here, which gets us into the west wing of the care centre. From here, we're just going to follow the path straight to the kitchen because it's the only place we can go to. Now, if you're using this as a guide, there is an empty injector on this shelf right here in front of you. I, of course, cannot touch this. I have no idea where every item is because I didn't go hunting for them because I don't really need many items as Grace, which we'll talk about in a minute. But right now, we are going to turn this corner because this big bloke right here has decided to finally move and we can get a much needed head start on pushing this pot of blood. Make sure you begin pushing though while you are still crouched. The chef will beat his meat once before his guilty conscience kicks in and he decides to turn around a second later. After he's done this, stop moving the pot of blood and you will immediately go back into your crouch stance. Now it may look like we're just staring into space right now, but we're actually looking at his shoulder. It's just that the pots are in the way if you look directly at him. The second we see his shoulder move, even a centimeter, we're going to immediately start pushing the pot of blood again. Keep pushing the cart until he looks back over his shoulder. And if you've done this right, he's about to embarrass himself. Yep. We've done this right. And because the cart is in his way, he's now going to shove it to the other side of the room. So we're going to do some crab walks until we think he's about to swing again, which is when he begins moving again. Once he has, loop around these tables, nick this coin on the way out, and we are gone. There is a possibility he will follow us though. To quickly turn this light switch, leg it down this hall, grab the knife and hit this light too. And quickly get into the bathroom and make sure to close the door. Otherwise you'll have some unexpected guests in just a second. If done quick enough, the chef should leave us alone and the zombie should be walking towards where that knife is. While the hallway zombie is heading towards the last light switch to be turned on, we're going to do this next part. The second we see the maid turn around and move to the end of this bathroom hallway, we're going to crouch and follow behind her. Head into the middle stall and do not flush the toilet. That will attract her to your location. Pick up the coin within it. And very quickly and snickily, very quickly and snickily, I sound stupid, don't I? How? I was just doing voiceovers. How are you off? Crouch your way out. You can technically run out of here without her getting you, but then the zombie in the hallway will get you. It just all lines up very nicely. And if you think all of that's all a waste of time, you should wait until you see my final time. We're going to leave the bathroom now and head down this hallway where the zombie used to be blocking our path. We're going to grab this ink ribbon and unlock this door, which I definitely knew you could do on my first playthrough and my first few attempts of this challenge. I definitely knew the whole time. I hope I can run past you. Yeah.
Don't know about that.
You kidding me? Okay, thank you. You know, just like time saves, you know? You get it, you don't like the light. Sprint for the dining room and this guy comes up from underneath the table and I pulled my gun out. I didn't shoot him. I just needed him to know that I'm not afraid to pull my gun out on strangers. Grab the bottle here, head into the next room and get this zombie's attention. You want to keep eye contact with him until he starts walking, otherwise he will not budge. Don't let the second guy sneak up on you though while you're doing this. Once he begins moving, jump through this window and grab the handgun ammo. Wait for him to follow through the same window and the second zombie should just be right behind. There is a failsafe though, and that is if he does come through the door, you can dodge it. It's just one more risk you don't really want, you know? We also get no gun pickup, unlike the easier difficulties unfortunately. We've got a bottle though. Yeah. Actually thinking about it, past me was more excited about that than the gun when I first played this game. Bottle! Perfect. I'm armed. Bye guys. This next part, I am not gonna lie, is quite finicky. You want to run in, break this box and grab the ammo, but the second you've broken the box, you want to immediately walk backwards while spamming pickup. After doing so, turn around insanely fast and do not take the shortest route around this corner. You actually want to have a slight curve. I usually aim for the middle part of the carpet, and that's because for some reason, the zombie can't see you then, due to you being out of his line of sight, which is really odd. There's a weird knack to it, but when you've failed in the same place over and over and over again, you get used to it. For example, in this run, I learned that you have to do the step back because, well, this happened. Nope. I think I messed up. Come on. Any damage I take this early on will just result in a restart of the run, because you don't want to be like right near the end of the game and then die because you took one hit of damage right at the beginning of the run. Once he appears around this corner, crouch and slowly walk forward. The second he lines up with the edge of this banister, you can just start running because he won't see you. And even if he does, because you messed this up, he is not going to come all the way up to the top floor, and then will eventually just go back down. I'm going to snag these bullets and head down a floor. Now, because there's 2 normal zombies and a singer, we have to be careful. Okay, never mind, we can just run through and close the door. You don't actually have to close the door, I just like doing it, to be honest. Grab the bullets here and head into the chairman's office. You can put the answer in for the puzzle straight away, since all the puzzles in this game, excluding the safes, are the same as the easier difficulty. You know, the one you have to play through to unlock insanity mode. Head into the adjacent room after this and witness an interesting angle. You know exactly what this looks like. Jokes aside though, if you don't know why this angle is odd, I really suggest you click off this video for your own sake. I don't want my content corrupting innocent minds, young kids, or whoever just got access to this and shouldn't have it. And yes, I know it's the parents' job to protect their kids from this stuff, yada yada yada, but just because they don't doesn't mean I won't. I probably should have added this at the beginning of the video. I forgot. Anyway, run out of the office and down this hallway. There will be a zombie that appears around the corner, but you can actually just run right past her. Just make sure you unlock the door, of course. Run down these stairs, carefully don't trip. I know, I'm bloody hilarious. Anyway, put the first quartz in that we got from the chairman's office and run straight back into the west wing. Deposit the red gem into this door, and this will gain us access to the shop room. Despite there being 4 items to purchase in here, we actually only need 2 of them. The hip pouch and the 30 handgun ammo. The other 2 are completely pointless. The knife is cool and whatnot, but the extra blood it gives you is literally, well, useless, since we can't use the blood collector. And knives are also something we will never run out on in this challenge. And the other one is an increased blood collector storage, which is also completely useless. Once inside the room, we're going to gun it for the zombie. I know it sounds a bit counterintuitive, but you can actually get past him to pick up the east wing keycard before he grabs you. By the time you get behind him, he's actually facing the door and not you. So he is forced to turn around to try and grab you, but you can just squeeze right past him. Put 1 coin into the 30 handgun ammo for later, and the other 3 into the hip pouch. And now run out before the chef gets in the way, because he is lurking in the hallway. Uh-oh. Might have been a bit too slow. No, we're fine. Close. But we're fine. We are now going to head into the east wing. We're going to immediately turn left and grab this coin in this drawer. And then we're going to head into the surgery room where we open this safe. The code is 50, 30, and then 90. This gives us the rest of the coins that we will need for this run. Next up, we've got a zombie to deal with. And by deal with, I mean crouch behind him and then run past him. I'm starting to sense a pattern here. Turn the light on this hallway and get to the end of it before they start chasing you, because they will catch up and there is nowhere to go. Grab the scrap here, then we just need to fire for a few seconds. The zombies in the hallway need to head back into the surgery room, and the light zombie needs to move as well. Remember the Requiem that Leon gave us? 1 bullet? Literally just 1? That's the only bullet in this entire center we can use. We're going to use it here, in case you couldn't tell what I was getting at. Line up the headshots on each zombie if you can, but if you can't, prioritize the back 2. And yes, I know, you're probably thinking, why are you ignoring the surgeon? He's the dangerous one. Those are just 2 normal zombies. You see, the surgeon stays in the surgery room. We only go back in there once more and we can deal with him with literally just a glass bottle. The 2 at the back though, they will get in our way and we are not wasting bullets on them. I'm remembering why you killed them with the Requiem now. What in the Freddy Krueger? As you can see here, I missed the surgeon. No worries, we can just take a few steps back to lure him into the bigger room and then take a few more to the left. Once you see him speed up with that big step, that means he's about to do a dash attack. Once he does this, we want to dodge right and follow through the hallway. If you do this too early, then he will just redirect his attack and hit you once you try and dodge around him. Do it too late and he'll just hit you, or he'll whiff and then you can dodge past him anyway. When you head into this room, don't run past the last chair. You'll start at the blind zombie and he will end up attacking you. I cut it quite close in my run, but you should wait for him to calm down and then grab this handgun. We should get out of here before the surgeon catches up. We normally just crouch out to avoid startling the blind zombie, but the surgeon caught it up and nearly sawed me in half, so I had no other choice but to run. Oh my gosh. This game's going to give me a blooming heart attack. We're going to put away the Requiem since we won't need it for well over an hour. Maybe 2. I generally can't be bothered to check. And also a piece of scrap. Head back since the zombies would have reset by now. We're going to head through the exact same place we just came from, because the door is now locked and this is like a mini shortcut. What am I doing? Why is past me? What am I? Generally, why? Why did I do this? I don't remember doing any of this. Why did I do that? Why? I mean, it worked, but we're like surely 30 or 40 minutes in. Why would I take that risk? Like, seriously, why? Generally, why? Anyway, up the stairs, grab the level 1 clearance badge. If you grab the badge from the furthest distance possible and then immediately spin round, you won't get stunned by Chunk when he appears. There isn't really a negative to getting stunned besides losing 2 seconds. Head back down and use the level 1 badge on this door. Before you do though, check where the blind zombie is. The beeping sound is going to alert him to where we are, and he's going to come barreling towards us, trying to silence us. Now, you don't have to use a bottle here. I thought he was in my way and couldn't get past him, and I couldn't go around because the maid was over there and she would block me off. So I threw a bottle. You can also hit Chunk with the bottle to get the blind zombie to kiwi him, which is pretty damn useful if you're in this situation. It actually works. Increase likelihood that you'll survive failed. I just really wanted that achievement. I actually think it's more beneficial to keep it. But I missed, and he didn't move for some reason. I don't know why. So I just wasted a bottle. Good one past me. This part I'm about to talk about is technically from a couple of minutes ago, but I wanted to introduce most of the zombies before explaining how they all actually work. And this maid right here is a good example. In a couple of my runs, I managed to get all 3 zombies, including the surgeon, with the Requiem. But I shot them in an awkward spot in the hallway. Come back to the present and the maid is now cleaning them in the hallway. This is why in that clip it's actually more beneficial to keep Chunk alive. She ends up in that hallway. Chunk goes through it multiple times and will eventually end up just trampling her. And there's one less zombie you have to deal with, and she could be really awkward. This is not required though. In one of my runs I had all 4 zombies in this room and still got through with Emily in my arms. I have no idea how I did it, to be honest, but it is possible. And Chunk appeared outside this hallway. Whether you keep Chunk alive is completely up to you. Kiwi him and you'll have more zombies around, but easier access through the hallways, and one specific section later on that I will not spoil. Keep him alive and you can use bottles to lure him into trampling other zombies. Just know you can't do this everywhere though. Chunk is too big to enter doorways, meaning you can't do this everywhere in the map. Personally, I prefer keeping him alive. Grace's biggest weakness is her supplies. Any zombies that Chunk takes out is another one we don't have to deal with, meaning we can stockpile more of our bottles and ammo for later on at riskier sections. Let's finally talk about the zombies in this game, because they are not your typical brain dead zombies. Every zombie type has a personality based on who they were before they turned, and that personality dictates how they behave, where they go, and how they get in our way. The maids are pretty obvious. They clean. Simple as that. If you kiwi a zombie near her, she'll go clean it up. You can use this to move her out of your path entirely. The light switch zombies, or just what I presume are the general staff, that only have one rule for some reason, and that's lights off, which is a really weird rule to have, but okay. Turn a light on in an area you no longer need to go to for the moment, or just for the rest of the run, and you no longer have to deal with them. The blind zombie is obviously sensitive to noise, any sound whatsoever, even the tiniest thing, and he's going to attack it. The irony is that he makes an absolute racket doing so surely that hurts him more than whatever I did. But okay. And now what I like to call general zombies, and these are just the guys that basically stick to an area and don't really move a lot. AKA, they have no unique personality that we can use to our advantage, and they don't really give a disadvantage to us either, except for just being a zombie. There are more zombies than this in the run, but these are the main ones we will be dealing with, and we unlock some new ones once we're playing as Leon later. Anyway, back to the run. Inside the room, grab the knife, ink ribbon, and empty bottle. We can leave everything else behind. This includes the pantry key. There are 2 zombies in the pantry on insanity mode, and there's nothing in there worth the risk anyway, which I unfortunately learned the hard way. I've really got to start doing research on these games before I do the challenge. Or like at least play it first. After this, it is time to go shopping. I'm going to head back to the shop room without the chef catching you and put those coins into the 30 bullets. Now we're going to head through here afterwards and shoot this guy in the knee twice to stagger him. Run past and very quickly activate the door with the level 1 badge and run for your life before he grabs you. What in the daredevil was that, man? Head into the garage and grab the organ box. Put in the... I want to say it's a code, but honestly I have no idea what I'm looking at. Head back out and... Okay, never mind. Bulldozer zombie. This makes perfect sense. Run back in and shoot him in the head until he flops down. Open this box up to get some extra loot while we wait, and make sure you shoot the engine, because that is a new addition in insanity mode. And I can say with full confidence, I somehow didn't die to this on my first playthrough of this. So you all better be proud of me. I mean, it was kind of obvious, the red flaming engine that wasn't stopping and about to crush me, but I still did it. Crawl underneath the bulldozer and out onto the other side. And now we can leave the garage and head into the safe room where we're going to loot the heck out of it. Make sure you grab the wrench and drop down the safe if you want to, like I did. Head back out here and loot this box. There's a herb underneath here for me, but these boxes are randomized between handgun ammo, a herb, or scrap. So it's always worth it opening every single one you find, because it's, well, extra loot, so it's always worth it. Up to the top of this flight of stairs, you've got 2 more boxes. Loot them and then head through here. You want to stay quiet though, so crouch down because there's a blind zombie in the adjacent room. We're going to break this box to lure him out while we sneak over here. There is a chance that he kiwis the other zombie in the adjacent room while he's having his temper tantrum, but honestly, most of the time, he just usually misses. Either way, we need to wait for the singer in the hallway to head back, so we might as well do something useful while we wait, you know? I mean... you could always subscribe while we wait. Oh, I felt so cringe doing that. Anyway. I was going to be like, oh, if you don't want Roblox brain rot on your feed, you should subscribe. Because we hate that stuff. Like, Roblox brain rot AI stuff. Because I did that with, like, my old videos. But, like, I don't know why I made that plug. And I don't know why I'm still talking. Let's just go back to the challenge, actually. If the blind zombie does kiwi the other one in the adjacent room, you can go around him and then, like, loot the room for some extra stuff. But you don't need it, so don't worry about it if you can't. It is not worth the risk, though, of going in the room if the zombie is still alive. Once the stinger has moved out of the way, we can head down the stairs. If the zombie is past the banister, like this, you can just run straight down and to the right. Use the wrench we picked up earlier to open this door. We want to grab the heart and then turn around. I believe this is what triggers him spawning. I never tested it. Now we can head back inside, grab whatever other loot we want while the chef is walking away. Once he does, run back to the way we came, all the way up to the safe room. Except for don't go in, turn left here. There should be a guy here, but he has just vanished. I don't know why. Literally no idea. Maybe he was a magician zombie. Either way, keep running until you hit the lobby area. And then we want to put away some thingy-mabobs in the storage box. Once we have, we are going to donate both a heart and lung into this poor guy right here. What? Oh, no. Well, he didn't spot me, because otherwise he would be like, this isn't available. Please. Okay. And there's actually a pretty neat trick here. If you run into the lobby as he stands up and come back a few seconds later, he'll just be dead on the floor, which saves us quite a few bullets. And now we can pick up the level 2 badge. Now that we have the level 2 badge, we can head into what I call the red room and unlock this door. Run through and hop through this window, grab the scrap and interact with this book to trigger a cutscene. I obviously skip every cutscene though because it's a speedrun. But in short, the next puzzle has Braille on it, so we need to go find Emily and bring her here. We also unlock the level 3 badge in here, and that guy dead on the desk is the same guy who put Emily inside of that prison cell sort of thing. So if you haven't smiled yet in this video, now's the time, because good riddance. Part of me wishes that he would reanimate just so I could shoot him in the face a couple of times. Did nobody else have that thought? No? Okay. We're going to grab the nearby bullets and ink ribbon. Be careful running out though because 4 zombies will spawn and we obviously don't want them attacking us. Just slowly crouch behind them until they leave. Wait for this guy to move and then head right. Wait for this guy to get close and then bottle him and run around like this. I have lost several runs to this guy without the bottle and I've never lost one with it. And head back to the safe room to pick up Emily. We can actually skip the dialogue with Emily if we just hold F on this door for a little bit. But then I'm going to immediately put her down and head back to the red room to trigger chunk spawning in the way. Run back to Emily and do it again, but just make it into the red room this time. Whoa. Talk about legendary dodging. Legendary. It doesn't matter if this guy here sees us. What does matter though is that he goes to the right where the blind zombie is instead of down the middle where we are, because then otherwise of course we're going to be blocked off and get hit. The other one should be turning left in this room, which allows us to escape here and finally make progress on this damn puzzle. Put her down on the puzzle and now we're probably going to do my least favourite part of this entire run as Grace. I don't want to... Okay. While Emily is solving the puzzle, 2 sets of 2 zombies will spawn on opposite sides of the room, and they will corner you fast. We want to get a couple of cheeky shots on this first guy and retreat back into here. Shoot him in the knee until he staggers and run past. We want to stay close to him though, because the second zombie will cut you off if you give him too much space. We are basically going to merge these guys into one big zombie. Once you have, run around and jump the window. If they follow through the doorway, just jump back over and shoot them from a safe distance while they climb over the window. If they come through the window, just shoot them, so you just jump through it anyway. The second they start standing up, just retreat to the opposite side of the window, repeat until both are dead, and then we're going to do the exact same thing for the next 2. If all is done correctly, it should look something like this. There you are. Did you forget where I was, homie? Oh. I just realized I forgot to bring more knives. I don't think I actually need enough. One more. Greedy, greedy. Calm, Jack. Calm. Climb. I need to get 2 shots off at least. Nice. Beaut. Yes. Stay in unison, lads. Stay in unison. Unison is a word, right? It sounds like a word that isn't a word. I appreciate you being a bigger build so you have a bigger head. I really appreciate that. Man, I really should play more Call of Duty. Quite fair enough, because I used to play a lot of Call of Duty zombies, and I seem to be doing quite bad at this. Oh, no. Nope, there's one. Oh. Which one? Now, one of these zombies is going to turn into a blister head. As far as I can tell, this isn't completely random. Certain zombies are guaranteed to mutate. The wiki just isn't detailed enough yet to tell us exactly which ones and why. But either way, they have more health, more agility, and their weak point is obviously the head. I'm also pretty sure they can one-shot you as Grace, but I never had it happen to me. Okay. For reference, this is the sound of a zombie turning into a blister head. He doesn't know who I am. Please, hurry up. Please hurry up. Please hurry up. Please hurry up. Please. Yeah. First time I've done that Hitler. So yeah, it turns out if the blister head doesn't see you when he turns, he actually just wanders off, which is very nice of him. So thank you. And there's actually a timer on this whole section, well, since he turns. So you don't actually need to kiwi him, you just need to survive long enough for Emily to finish the puzzle after he turns into a blister head. Emily gets abducted by the girl, making Grace's job now to go get her back. And while Grace is doing that, we're going to check in on Leon. Something. Oh yeah. I have big booty. Oop. I knew it. I could just tell. Victor. I know what you're into. I know your kind. Before I start standing really racist or something, we can now break out because we're just like really cool. We do lose Gideon in the process though, which is such a shame. I was really looking forward to where this was going. Oh, he's got the one-liners too. We're going to run past the storage box for some reason, break open this box, loot it, and then run back to it. I don't know why I did this in this run. We're going to buy the next power upgrade for the shotty and some extra ammo. Once we have, we can deal with this guy. Honestly, I don't have a real game plan for this guy. I kind of just shoot him in the face until he dies. Oh. What we need to do this quickly. Did I stun him? Seriously? Please let me do it at least. Please let me at least do this. I mean, I guess I can give you the hint of if you're going to stun him, you should probably take advantage of it. You can also lure him into hallways like this. And he smashes into the door frame trying to pass through and eat us, I guess. And we can get some free cheeky shots off. Just be careful though, because he can hit you once he breaks the doorway. As tempting as it is to axe him the second he staggers, we want to shoot him in the face a few more times first. I want to shoot up to 4 times and then axe him. If I, for example, shoot twice, I'm going to reload and then axe him, just to get some extra bullets in the mag for later on. The reason why we do this is just because it does significantly more damage and he can't fight back. We should also take advantage of having the high ground. There's 2 ladders we can climb in here. Chunk will try to follow us up, but if we shoot him, he will fall back down and we can get some extra damage with some like God of War like movement. I've never done that before. That's so cool. Please die. Oh, shotgun bullets. Oh, I should run. Come here, man. Oh, man. Do it again, do it again, do it again. I want to do it again. This is not the easiest way to do it, but it's just really fun. Oh, is he dead? And just like that, I had beaten Chunk. But I made a slight, small mistake. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, so because I kiwied him so fast and didn't let him destroy much, specifically these doorways, I missed out on a bunch of free loot, which wasn't very smart. So just let him cause a bit more havoc next time. I've only just realized I've written this in a way that makes it sound like I'm talking to myself. Like I sound like I'm trying to coach myself past me. We can now unlock this door and head into the care center as Leon. Once you head down this ladder, do be careful because there can sometimes be an unexpected guest waiting for you down there. What? Okay. Okay. We now want to head into the hallway. The maid from earlier is still here, just walking her route like nothing's happening. If you can, crouch up behind her and kiwi her. But if she does notice you, which is likely, just one shot to the gut to stagger her and then you can finish her off with the axe. Oh, that's a bit of a conscience. Oh well. Once she's dealt with, pry open this wardrobe from some extra loot. Now, technically Leon's objective right now is to head into Victor Gideon's office. We're not actually going to do that yet since we've got a shotgun, so we're going to take a detour before heading there. Turn around and head back into the lobby. I had to grab the power upgrade here instead of earlier in this run because I forgot to sell my healables and whatnot. But it doesn't matter too much. Either way, while we're here, we're going to pick up some extra ammo and the reload speed upgrade as well. We're going to head into the east wing. This is where Leon actually gets to play the game, instead of just having 5 minutes of action. We're going to start thinning the area out. We're going to go for stealth wherever we can, chain a bunch of kiwis and keep it controlled, but it doesn't really matter because we can shoot any zombie that does find us in the gut once and then just out. Seriously. Oh well. There is a blister head in this room that we're heading towards. There's only one in this run because I got chunked to take him out earlier, which makes this way easier. But either way, we're going to try and sneak up on him. These guys are a pain to deal with. They're basically zombies that have been upgraded tenfold. So instead of a gut shot, we need several if he catches us. I will go into more depth about blister heads in a couple of minutes. But just for now, you should know that these guys are just a zombie with 10 times more the stats. That's basically it. Grab the extra credits here and then run up these stairs. We're going to loot the side room that Chunk actually came from, and then we're going to head into the room that he was guarding. There are 4 zombies in here, 3 medical and 1 singer. Once inside, vault this window. This triggers the singer's scream without her stunning you. Once this happens, the rest of the zombies start getting up. These guys hit hard, so don't stand your ground for absolutely no reason. Vault back over that window the second she screams. The best option here is just to chuck a grenade roughly around this chair. It splits the group up and stops them from collapsing on you all at once. You might get 1 or 2 left afterwards because they're not that close to the grenade, but they're separated. That's the main factor. Before you go running into the singer, make sure she's not about to scream again because you will get stunned. Step into this doorway, 2 gut shots and 1 headshot and she'll fall over. Then loot everything that's nearby, specifically just before this doorway, because there are 2 boxes here but the singer breaks them. What? Let me... Oh, ignore that. So I'm missing 1. Isn't there 4 here? The whole reason why we cleared this room is for that corrosive. Grace needs it later to progress, and doing this now means she won't have to deal with any zombies. Now we can head to Gideon's office through the bottom floor. There's the chef. Okay, never mind, we're going to take the upper floor instead. Before we do though, we're going to max out the shotgun's upgrades. You can actually run this whole section unarmed as long as the singer isn't in the room. If she spots you, deal with her the same way as the previous one. If she doesn't, free stealth kiwi. Super stealthy. Anyway, run past this attention seeker and straight into Gideon's office. And because there's so many blister heads in this room, I'm now going to talk about them. As previously mentioned, blister heads are a mutation from normal zombies. They have more health, more speed, and they do not behave like normal zombies anymore. The head is obviously the weak point, but going straight for it actually isn't the best way to deal with them. The more consistent method is actually still the gut shots. Gut shots stagger a bunch of enemies, which is why we're doing this, and then you can finish them off with the axe. This helps us save so much bloody ammo. That was genuinely so unfair. Unlike other zombies, they have 2 main attacks. First one is what I call the windmill, because it looks like a windmill. The second one is what I call doggy style, because they go on all 4s. And then I give them back shots. Only I can make this sexual. Shoot! Why no shooty? Both of their attacks have clear wind-ups, so you can parry them if you're ready. A clean parry stops them and gives you a free window to punish them. You have to respect the second attack though. I'm gonna just call it crawler now, will instantly kiwi you if it connects. Because both moves carry forward so bloody far, spacing matters more here. If they are close though, you will have to parry. If you have the room though, just back up and move left or right. They do not track well while mid-attack, so once they commit, they cannot come out of the animation until their attack is fully completed. Oh my gosh, that was some generous window. Once you understand the spacing and the wind-ups of these guys, they go down pretty damn fast. We start off clearing this room by axing this guy in the face. Once he stands up and begins mutating, stay behind him and give him some back shots, then finish him off. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. We're going to grab the extra loot here and then give this guy a point blank shot to the face. We're simply just going to hold a position here and spam interact. There's going to be 2 blister heads coming through that door, and one of them is going to eat this axe the zombie just dropped. The second you've asked him a question, go ahead and execute him and then run back immediately to gain some distance. Once the second blister head has gone through the second door, you want to go ahead and unload some more shotgun shells into him until he staggers and finish them off like usual. Break this pot open and grab the loot around it. We're going to pull down this lever now, so then we have 3 more zombies to deal with. And then I'll go check in on her. Okay, now it's 2. One will come through the window. The other will mutate right in front of us. We don't want to shoot him until he's done mutating, because he won't stagger at all while he's in this animation. Instead, we want to head into the previous room and just do the same thing as before. Stand on top of this axe, ask the guy a question, and finish him up. Unfortunately for me though, there was a zombie in my way, so this is how it went down instead. Oh yeah. Get Leon. What you just thought there was an example of a perfect parry. The timing window is so tiny, so it's something you should never try and rely on in a run like this. If you do land it though, it allows you to just straight up execute them without having to waste shotgun bullets. We can now move through this secret passage. It leads to the elevator and Gideon's hidden office. To which we learn that Leon is more than just muscles, a total badass with cheesy one-liners, and that he actually has some brains to him, because he logs into the system by putting his own name into it, so then it flags that Sherry's system, and of course that means they now have access to Gideon's computer. Our suspicions are also unfortunately confirmed with both Leon and Sherry being infected with the T-virus. Grace is clearly tied into what's going on with this Alpis or whatever Alpis is. Unfortunately, we don't have the full picture yet, and we will learn more stuff later on. After what feels like an eternity waiting for the game to load, we're back in as Grace. Underground though, with some weird ass kind of basement setup. I don't know. Okay, I have to go, but that actually frightened me because it took so long to load. There's chains hanging from the ceiling. I'm not sure about you guys, but I don't have chains hanging from my basement. I mean, I don't have a basement, but if I did have a basement, there wouldn't be chains hanging off it unless it's a... Right. We're going to empty out our inventory first and craft whatever knives we can with leftover scrap. Head right into the cellar and there'll be a cutscene here where we find Emily locked inside one of the cells, currently sleeping her problems away like the rest of us.
I don't mess with that. I like plushies, but I don't mess with dolls business. Even though I am one, I don't mess with that.
Grab the scrap nearby, but more importantly, the joint plug. The girl will now drop down. But you can actually just run past her, so that didn't really work. I have no idea if this is the intended way, this is just how I've always done it. Either way, this is now what the joint plug is for. It restores power to certain sections of the basement, and more importantly, it keeps the girl off you while the lights are active since she hates them so much. The second we see her get burnt, we're going to take the joint plug back and move away. There are 3 zombies in this room, and we're going to stab each of them until they start moving, and then move on to the next one. After we've woken up the third guy, we're going to run back to where we started here, where this red light is. We're going to put a joint plug in here and very quickly shoot this zombie sitting down on the ground and this guy to the left. Head back into where the red light was and where we just put the joint plug, and you'll see an open door. Run through and head left and head all the way around this big box I guess. I think it's like a big battery or so. I don't know. Anyway, and we're going to stand behind this electrical water. If we do it all quick enough, the zombies should follow through in front of us. And as they're pouring in, they'll try to attack us, but because the water is in the way, they'll slowly get zapped to death. This unfortunately does take quite a bit of time to do, but otherwise these guys will corner us later on, so it's definitely worth the time investment here. And so there is one other annoying factor which you can't control, and that is just you have to hope they don't die in the water. Music to me, luminous. Make sure to grab the bullets here too, but leave the plug alone for now. We're going to head back and take the left route this time. There's a zombie in here and we're going to wake him up the exact same process and bring him all the way back to electrocute him. Honestly, at this point, I feel like Grace is less of an FBI agent and is more of just a very aggressive electrician. But either way, once they've all finished deep frying themselves, we're going to grab the plug back and return to the actual starting area. We're going to slot it in here and loot the room. There's a square socket wrench, surprised I said that first time, extra bottle, and both are very important, of course, but we do want to be careful on the way heading back out of here. Head over to this lockpick. This is the area where we electrocuted all the zombies earlier, and the second we get here, this will trigger. We're going to crouch back the way we just came from and watch from behind as she noms on one of the zombies' heads. The second she starts moving, she'll head towards your direction, but she won't actually spot you as long as you stay crouched. We're going to slowly move back around to the lockpick. You don't actually have to grab it. And carefully leave the area before she turns around and realizes we are even here. We're going to take the plug back out and loop around again, and she'll be stuck in this room so we can run all the way to the next area. Just realize I never showed the map for this section because you get it later on, but I feel like it's quite useful now. So I'm now going to show you the map. We're going to slot the plug back in here and push through this door this time. Grab the makeshift knife on the way through, and we're going to sneak into this side room and open up the safe. The code is 70 50 20. Yay, more free handgun ammo. Why not? Anyway, bottle this guy and make sure the throw pushes him away from both us and the other joint plug. The second he drops onto the floor, grab the plug and the bottle that's on the floor and run. He gets back up incredibly fast on insanity mode. Crouch through this little tunnel. Yep, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna, yep. Okay, bye. Anyway, grab the scrap and we're going to climb up on out of here to take the plug back and head into the room with the red light above the door. We're going to use a socket wrench here and unlock this, which allows us to slot both of these plugs in. We can now sprint through into the next room and crawl through the vent, climb up this ladder, and now we can finally grab the forklift key. We can use it here and loot everything, which is 2 extra inventory slots, more bullets and ink ribbon, and the map. Now we're going to run back the exact same way we came. You can actually skip the girl's little 2-second stun here, just like earlier with Chunk, by looking at the spot. Hey. Again, a very tiny time save, but take every second we can get. While making your way back to the furnace room, make sure to pick up the plugs and unlock this door yet again, push through all the way to the forklift, and of course she decides to show up at the worst possible moment. Turn around and run back to the furnace room, and let the light stun her yet again. Remember how I was mentioning earlier about keying all those zombies? This is why you do it. Learn from your mistakes, guys. No! Stun this guy one more time and keep moving using both the plug and the key to get into this next room. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how you exactly deal with this next part, because if you kill this guy, he will just turn into a blister head, which is way worse. So you can't kill him, but he just goes into the room with you, and I don't know how to explain it, just watch. I don't know what to do. Where is he? What? Wait, what? Where is he? For context, this footage is from the first run where I made it this far. So when he suddenly appeared in the forklift room, I had absolutely no idea what to do. My best guess is that after getting grabbed by the zombie hanging up, actually reset his position and also forced him to despawn after he hit me. I haven't tested it to say for certain. I don't know if this is a weird glitch or just intentional code so that this guy doesn't come into this room and get stuck in here. But either way, apparently your best bet here is just to run into the room, flick the lever and get grabbed by a zombie so this happens. I don't know why this happens. I presume it's just an intentional fail safe. But since I'm pretty sure it's intended, we can use this to our advantage. By flipping the lever immediately, the corpses will begin to move in the opposite direction. And we can actually head right over here and just squeeze through. Quickly grab the bullets and move immediately because 2 zombies spawn in this area. Head on through and another zombie will spawn here. Just run straight past and follow the line of hanging bodies and make sure to go left. It looks like a scene from a rather questionable butcher shop, but it leads us exactly where we need to go, so who am I to complain? As long as we stick to the left side, we'll end up on the platform. We can now drain this giant vat of blood. And yes, all those bodies are being fed into and ground down into, well, blood. The reason we're draining it is so we can cross to the other side and pick up the plug we left behind, but of course, it's never that simple. The second we drop into the crusher, the machine powers back on before we can make it across. First of all though, before we get into that, we're going to grab the loot here, which is a Molotov and some handgun ammo. Then the conveyor belt starts dragging us towards the grinder. And because the game is feeling oh so generous, zombies begin waking up and sliding in from behind this wall. The strategy here sounds pretty backwards, but it actually works. Stay close to the grinder when they start standing up. That causes them to activate closer to the blades and start walking towards the grinder instead of away from it if we were on the other side. This is because the zombies' AI tells them to stand up and face the direction of wherever we are because of course they want to eat our brains. If they're at a distance, go for headshots. They take more bullets to stagger, but the stun lasts much longer and they usually get carried straight into the grinder, or you can just push them in. If one gets too close though, you want to shoot the legs instead. The stagger is significantly shorter, but it buys enough space to reset and can sometimes be just enough to get them into the grinder. We're going to repeat this for every zombie that wakes up. The zombies that actually do wake up though are always the ones lying face up and have their head pointed towards the grinder. For example, this guy is facing up, but his head is pointing towards the wall and not the grinder, so he will stay unconscious and won't be a threat to us. Anyone face down stays unconscious and just gets processed for free. Eventually the crusher will shut down, but you want as many zombies fed into it as possible before that happens. Otherwise, you'll have to finish what is basically an endurance test with the rest of your ammo, and that can get expensive very fast. But obviously we do not want this. If you're quick enough, you can get every single one of them into the grinder before it shuts down. It is also kind of awkward if you don't get rid of them all because this happens.
It stopped. It finally stopped. Thank God.
Now what? Now what? I don't know what to... I see why this ledge is here now. Oh man, I'm wasting so much bullets though. Especially because my aim sucks. What on earth? Oh my gosh, Jack, really? I've never worked at a McDonald's burger factory before, but I am 90% sure this is how they all make the patties. No, it was risky. Come on, lad. Let's get the other guy. The second the last zombie is dealt with, grab the final plug and head back to the other side for the oversized vent. On the other end is a lovely waist-deep pool of blood, because apparently this basement still had room to get even worse. Thankfully though, there is a staircase and an elevator right next to it, which is very convenient and considerate. Take the elevator back up to the furnace room and head through this door one final time. Remember that zombie that we've been avoiding this entire time in this area? Yeah, we're actually going to kiwi him now. The reason we waited is rather simple. If we killed him earlier, all the backtracking through this room would have given him multiple chances to mutate into a blister head. And that is the last thing we need down here. We're going to drag him over here just to yet again ensure he doesn't turn into a blister head when this next thing happens. Now you may be wondering why I didn't just electrocute this guy like the rest of the zombies. It's because this guy can't leave this area. I don't have the footage of this, and I don't have a save file at this area, so just use your imagination. Anyway, the second we grab this plug, this will happen. Once she appears, hook the forklift and stay crouched. You can sneak right past her after she starts moving and head back into the crawl space without being spotted. Keep moving and head through to the furnace room one last time. Let this zombie chase you all the way to the plug. Once he's caught up, stun him, then pick up the plug and run past him. We do it this way just so he doesn't recover in time if we stun him early. And now finally, we can leave. The path is clear, grab the last plug, and we can finally free Emily. How many times I'm going to say fine? Get ready, run.
Hold on tight.
I ran the wrong way. I didn't. Why did past me say that? I really question what goes through my head sometimes. Loads of zombies have begun chasing us until we make it up into the elevator where we will escape. Do I hold? I think I hold, don't I? No, you actually spam the living daylight out of F/interact if you're on console. Yeah, baby. I got a girlfriend. I mean, long distance, but still. While the elevator's moving, the girl climbs up the outside and starts forcing her arm through the ceiling. The game makes it look like you're supposed to shoot her off, but you actually don't need to waste the ammo. Just pry open the door the second her hand reaches in, and if you do it fast enough, you'll be perfectly fine and leave without a scratch. Can't say the same for the girl though. Bro, your leg would so get pulled off. I'm starting to understand why some kids don't get attention from their parents.
Her leg just got cut.
I don't think so.
Did you pull it out?
She
No,
lost it.
bro.
That is very well done though. With the girl's hand chopped off, she surely won't be a problem anymore. Emily is now safe in our arms, but more importantly, we have the second quartz we need. Because Leon killed all those zombies earlier, we now have literally no more threats on the right side of this building, which means we can just take a nice, relaxing stroll through the world's most disgusting care center. Grab the corrosive and head into the nearby room. Mount this lock for the final quartz. As a bonus, we actually skip an entire cutscene by doing this. We're not missing too much. It's mostly just Victor trying his absolute hardest to be Mr. X and not quite getting there. Go pick Emily back up and we can finally head out of this monstrosity of a place. And now we emerge into a giant water fountain. I generally was expecting there to be a parking lot when I first played this game. But hey, this is Capcom, Resident Evil, can't argue with this stuff. And is that a helicopter? And all the other boys drive safe.
I'd go myself, but I can't outrun those things, not with this leg.
Liar.
He's gonna keep her safe while I go in the house because of his busted leg. How does she know nodding is a way to say yes? She's not blind. Lie.
Like nodding is a universal thing.
Yeah, but only if you've seen something.
Oh, that's true. She's fake blind.
She's faking it. She's got one of those things set up. She's got a GoFundMe.
A GoFundMe. GoFundMe, get me out of this cell. I'm blind.
Don't think there's anything in here. That's because there isn't. Collect Lady Dimitrescu's DNA sample from her wine collection and stick it into this science-looking stand thingy-mabob. Victor was here but has now escaped and kicked off this whole self-destruct sequence, and the building will start to come down around us. Our job now is to chase him down before this entire place turns into a crater. Unfortunately, the game decides now is also a great time to throw a stupid amount of zombies at us. Probably because this is where they're made, but still it's really annoying. Thankfully, we have fire extinguishers, and somehow they kiwi the zombies. I assume they're freezing them, maybe suffocating them, but they're already dead. So, well, it is a video. I don't know, why am I making this part of the script? Despite all of that though, this area is quite easy in my opinion. You just blow zombies till they die. Who on earth wrote this? Like, you. Yeah, you. You. Come here. Yes, sir? Who wrote this? You did, sir. Don't you dare lie to me. I'm not. Sir, we're the same person. What? Are you alright in the head? You're what now? Yes, sir. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we are currently wearing the same clothes, sir. So you're telling me you expect me to believe that? Because we're being recorded, of course, sir. Why on earth are you wearing the exact same clothes as me as well? I find that a bit odd. Are you a secret fanboy or something? No, sir. You're like the Truman Show. Oh, I love that show. You're telling me that we're in the we're in the Truman Show. Yes. I'm famous. Woohoo! Sir, sure, you are. So, what you're telling me is that we're in a TV show? No, not exactly. You're not in a TV show, but actually a YouTube one. Oh. I mean, I was kind of hoping to be in a TV show. But I guess I'll take it. It's better than nothing. So, oh, see, I understand it now. So basically, whoever was recording this and like set this whole thing up was too lazy to change clothes and made it so you were really annoying and really bloody stupid. Sure. So, the editor is an idiot then. So you are the editor. Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, we've already gone. Something's finally making sense around here. Yes. The editor is an idiot, sir. So, add a Vine boom effect. We have the power to do that? Wait, what else can we do? We have that kind of power? Yes, sir. Well, you have that kind of power, sir. So, here's the coffee that you ordered. I didn't order this. I only like black coffee. Your mother made it for you, sir. Oh, well, in that case, I love iced coffee now. Oh my gosh, that's sweet. Oh, I'm too used to black coffee. Oh my gosh, this is sweet. Oh god. I'm not really doing that. It's nice. Thank you, Ma. It's nice. But I'm just not used to it. After our much deserved coffee break, we're fully fueled up and ready to continue this chase. This section should look something like this. Pick it up. I actually take damage for that. It didn't. Beauty. Beauty and the Beast. Where is it? Where is it? What's another one there? I need to get these guys lined up. Now I know a lot spawn here. Back up, baddie. Oh, I got him. Oh my gosh. Are we good? Let's go. Me and my extinguisher. I just run right. Oh, that's what happens. That's so smart. So it gets with the fire extinguisher. If you put yourself in 3D, because it's such a high tense situation, she falls over, like while going upstairs, and apparently she's faster. She does? That's so cool. It's like little things like this, you know? It's like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me pull. In case it isn't very clear right now, I very much don't research any of these challenges I do beforehand. I don't do the practice runs and even just play. I think this is called Insanity Mode. I can't remember what it's called. Insanity Mode first. Literally my first experience of this. I just kind of boot up the game and start it. The whole reason why I do challenge runs like this and I fell in love with it is because I like to get the most out of my games. I'm very stingy with money. I'll pay a £2 game I've played for 8. This is a true story actually. I was reluctant to spend £2.50 on a game that I had more than 800 hours on. I'm not even kidding. And that was the very first Darkest Dungeon. I'm just that sort of person. I like getting the most out of my games. And I've always preferred learning the routes, figuring out the strategies and all that sort of thing by just going in blind. I feel like that is the fun of doing a challenge, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. If it was like the RE4 Berserker mod, I would understand you wanting to do research that. Because, oh my gosh, that is not light work. Why is it taking me so long to change back to first person? After climbing up the ladder, we'll encounter another zombie, which we can actually just ignore as well by just pivoting. Ooh. Hop over this window and fly to freedom with this guy who is definitely not infected. Oh no, it's bulletproof. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, unless they are going to break through. Nope, there it is. Shoot.
Yeah, she has a gun.
Okay, never mind. Maybe it was fine. How much I bet he died to a tree? I saw a tree. Oh, he actually did die.
Oh. Oh. Was that just like...
She's alive.
Yeah, she's fine.
She's probably a mutant. She's probably that girl.
Yeah.
She's a transformer. Sniper rifle.
She's just chilling in here.
No, he this is Victor's research room. Oh, so I'm gonna have to cover Grace while playing as Leon.
Oh.
Shoot, go Leon. Save every woman you know. So they all want you and then go, no, actually. I'm actually gay.
Oh, tortilla chips.
I'm surprised I don't find any bullets. Wait, what? Oh. It was good timing. Yeah. Why is this? I'm confused. Why does that say maxed out? I want chance. Always want these. Oh no! Don't take a grenade. There is zombies here. Oh. Oh right. Should I? Wait no. She's about to get attacked, isn't she? I mean, are you alive? Yep. Whoa. Dude, I just shot you. Sit down. Yeah, I think it's better here just to go for the body for more accuracy. I think there's a grace period, isn't there? I really hope you guys don't... Oh my gosh, I was just in the middle of saying it. Yes, so we should target the body to knock them over and then we can chop their head off. That's an interesting thing to say. Okay, apparently playing Fortnite saved the world for a day. Not even for a day. Makes me better. I don't even know if I have to go for headshots. Yeah, I do, but otherwise it doesn't one shot. Is there another one behind me? Or was that the chef appearing? That's the chef appearing, I think. I think she's made it, right? Is there no box here? I swear there was a box here before. Yeah. I don't think there's anything I missed out on, right? I swear there was another zombie. Was there not? I swear there was 3. How'd I get out? Oh yeah. Back up. I don't think... I know there's a zombie here. How on earth is that fair? You're probably wondering why you're seeing the same clip again. Well, about 2 seconds after this happened, I got called for dinner, so I turned the game off because I'm not rude. Now, I could have just loaded back in and avoided the zombie since I knew he was here, but I wanted to keep things fairish, even though I technically knew where he was now, and I let the zombie hit me again, just so I was on the same health as last time, because it felt kind of fair. And if you're wondering why I didn't just leave the game on, it turns into a furnace, my room, if I leave a game on for too long. Specifically games with really high graphics. Okay, so we need to watch the floor. You. Yep. Oh, what? Can I chop you in the head? Stupid floor zombies. Let me in.
Help me, I can't stop the bleeding.
We're gonna be okay.
He's so cool. Oh my gosh.
So cool.
Go. Now.
Yeah, you should probably be safer if you went with her.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, what big boobies you have. This mini-boss is simple in theory, but annoying in execution. This guy has these pulsating weak points that we need to target. The problem is that every time we burst one, more zombies spawn, and any zombies that caught in the red mist turn into blister heads, and the Jackal burns even more. We start off by bursting his first one, preferably the one on his back, and then head up the stairs to get the loot from there, because the ceiling collapses and blocks off this staircase later into the fight, and you don't want to forget this. There are 2 bombs in here, on the top of the staircase and one on the bottom floor. I do suggest saving the bomb on the first floor for later when more zombies appear, but I was kind of panicked here in case you can't tell. With the bomb up on the top floor, we should throw this down and hopefully catch both the zombies and the big guy at the same time. If not and they get too close, you can always shoot them or stagger them a little bit to group them back up, because it's definitely worth the extra bullets. This will do, this will do, this will do. And that's why I bought the Galal earlier. Galal? Is it Galal? I don't know what it's called. Die! Oh, is that an axe? Nope, that's an handle. Gia. Okay. There's no item. Yeah, nice. Oh, no, I did not want to do that. Give me your axe. Where did you come from? No, not you. That's such a waste. Oh, can I kill him? I guess it's not a waste. Okay, I didn't know I could do that. But thank you that I can. Can I take this off, please? Thank you. What the frick was that noise? Nice. Dude, there's no way. Can you just learn to die? Like, please, I'm not even kidding. Oh no, chop his head off. Am I? Oh, I am quitting. Okay. What? Oh, that's so smart. He turns his back. That's actually really cool. Because he knows he no longer has any. Ugh. This axe is going to your face. Oh, medic hit. Give me items. More spawning. Are you seriously telling me that? Are we to the right of me? Left even. Oh my gosh. What am I on about? Boom. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Are we done? Please tell me I get bullets. Increment. Red injector. File? Oh yeah. 5. Yes! We're given 5 Requiem bullets here, but we're actually not going to use them all. We only need 2. There's a neat little trick here that I learned from a YouTube short, which you will now see on screen if I can find it. Run over here and aim at the floor like this. It baits an attack from the girl, but also whiffs the attack completely, giving us just enough time to slip past her. Run into this room and grab the crank, then just wait here. She has to loop all the way around these shelves to reach us, which gives us the perfect opening to run straight back out. If you try leaving too early, she'll stun you before you even make it through the doorway, and then you'll die. Slot the crank in here and book it to the next light. This one is basically free. Now for the final crank, the second you start turning it, the girl will begin to ambush us. The second she appears, just give her 2 quick blasts with the Requiem and she'll disappear yet again. Finish up cranking it, now sprint all the way back to the start and open the hatch above us. The sun does the rest of the work for us and turns her into ice cream soup. You don't even actually have to shoot her here even though it tells you to. You can just run straight past and back to Emily, which saves us for bullets, which we don't really need anymore, but still. So, remember what I said about Emily? Oh, wow. Oh, well, this is going to be... Oh, great.
Don't understand. It's
No, I never would have escaped without her.
Trust me, I get it. We have to keep going.
Oh, great.
Grace.
Oh. Oh. That's lovely. Tis but a scratch.
You're exactly where you need to be.
Is that thingy Wesker?
I've been waiting for you, Grace.
That was like S. What? Wesker, not Esker. Whoa.
Raccoon
Thanks.
City.
Whoa.
The reason for its destruction, but you're also the key to building a brave new world.
Okay, not to ruin a cool moment and all that, but why does he kind of sound like that guy off FNAF World where there was the Halloween event thing, and it was the Foxy one, and he was like, da 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 da, you must find the key. He kind of sounds like that. Anyway, Sherry.
Thing on Opus.
Not yet. Nothing on the servers at the CIA or the Pentagon.
Maybe we need a higher clearance.
I requested one.
And I was told to shut down the investigation.
What? Why?
They didn't say.
Ooh, oh no. They've never shown a spider before.
Taking a hit for this. I'll just go it alone. I'm gonna find Grace. She definitely has something to do with Opus.
Damn. Whoever directed this did a really good job.
I found a clue as to where they might be. Some coordinates on Victor's computer.
Got it, thanks.
Right in the center of Raccoon City.
We're now back in control of Leon, and our goal is to head deeper into Raccoon City. The same city we escaped from 30 years ago. Loot everything around you and try not to get jumped while doing so. Wait, what? Wait, hold on, lads. Give me a minute. Okay, I didn't know there'd be zombies here. While you're over here, though, you may notice these very tiny cobwebs scattered around the place. Make this very quick. It's way too hot. Literally wait until the end of the day just to record this because it's only cooler now. It's like 25 degrees still. If you don't know, it's very hot in the land of crumpets and tea right now. Oh my gosh, my nose is instantly sweating. I yap so much. Can I just please remember what I wanted to say for one time? The part you're about to see right now has a huge spider involved. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have arachnophobia, but I'm not the biggest fan of them. But it's not fun. If you've played the game before, you know this part. And some of you may come from my perspective and think it's actually not bad. I remember the first time I played this, it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me. Like one part. It was like, it was a bit creepy. But it didn't bother me too much. But it's in first person. And I want to reiterate this. It's in first person. So it's a lot more freakier, in my opinion. Anyway, I know arachnophobia is one of the most common fears. Entire thing. Alongside stuff like snakes. But this is in RE4 where they're hiding in barrels. So definitely not going to have to add this into this video. What am I going on about? I need to stop you. If you click up on the video, you'll see a section. And it will just say arachnophobia warning. That's it. There'll be no other part in the video, excluding this part, where you'll see this big ass spider. Now I do want to warn, and this will come up, but it won't be a time section, if you know what I mean. But there'll be other times in the game where there are smaller spiders, but I will mention as it is happening, not as it is happening, before it happens. The heat's really getting to my head. So in short, click up if you want to skip this arachnophobia part. You're not missing too much. It's just a boss fight of a spider. Tiny spiders will be later in the video. There will not be a timestamp as to where this is like this one, but they will be basically instantly dead. You won't really see them, or I'll very quickly skim over them, and I will most importantly say and have a visual. So my OBS things here, so I'm looking over here. I will have a visual that pops up, and it'll just say at the bottom, arachnophobia warning, and I'll also say something like, had to stomp these spiders like it was Dead Space. I don't like Dead Space. I think I was overrated, to be honest. I shouldn't have said that. I bet I just lost like half my viewers. Why am I yapping again? How is this? I'm arachnophobia warning. Run through here, and right at the end of the path, the spider will burst through the wall. While they're recovering, get a few sniper shots off, and then immediately run back all the way to the beginning to trigger this little cutscene. Keep running and slam the door behind you. Apparently these things can smash through an entire brick wall, but not this door, because apparently that's just asking too much from it. Like, what? Keep running through the building until you find these little buggers. Absolutely melt them with the submachine gun, because they literally only have like 1 HP. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Once it's safe, push on through. Oh, and now bait this sneak attack from the main guy again. You can parry this, but it's really not worth it in my opinion. Sure, it saves about 0.8 seconds, but I'm on a timer. I'm not going for a world record. I'm doing a challenge run, not applying for speedrun.com. And now it's finally, oh, hell nah. So I already made this joke. I'm not gonna lie, I have absolutely no strategy for this one. None. Nada. My game plan is basically run, turn around, shoot some more when he's stunned, freak out. And then run, and then freak out. Turn around, and then shoot. Run some more, turn around, and forget to shoot. You can't forget that part. You can't forget that part. No, but seriously though, what is the strategy here besides just running around like Tom and Luke the spider? If you take too long, mini spiders start spawning, and this thing can pop out from basically anywhere. So standing still is definitely not an option. You can use these fire barrels to stun him for a few seconds, but there's only 2 of them. There is probably some very cheeky strategy where you just hug the boss, circle around it, and loop every attack without getting hit. But there is no way I am willingly going near that thing to volunteer to that test. Okay, maybe I actually do have arachnophobia. Okay. I'm wasting time though on it. Oh no, you want me to shoot him while he's there? Yeah, no. So hallways is his worst enemy. Unking. What did he just do? Why did he turn his back to me? Jump down! Where is he? Ooh. Oh, I have no more sniper bullets. I think I just had him spawn behind me. The frickin' Friday night funkin' in the... Oh, the shadow of that was bloody horrifying. Nope. Nope. Look at that bully jiggle. Oh, I'm sorry, I take it back. I need to reload. Where are the jumping ones? Oh my gosh, there's a few. You can't do that. I looked away for a split second. And with that, the big ass spider is dealt with, and we can move on to our next objective. Taxes. Wait. No, I'm just describing my Monday morning. We need 3 parts to blow this gate to smithereens and get even deeper into Raccoon City. The first part we'll be going for is the disruptor. We do also have some upgrades that we need to grab, but I just wanted to show off how much time we've been in this run, just for those who are curious. Nice. Okay, good. The upgrade we want to get right now we can't even get because we're really broke. So I decided to save with my credits and work towards getting the final armor upgrade. Run through here and make sure you loot the room on your left. Head back outside now, and it's worth mentioning this area is absolutely packed with zombies. So don't hang around. Head through the middle, shoot this down, and the box for some reason. And hop up here to avoid most of the zombies and keep on pushing. And for those who are wondering what peak human performance sounds like, there you go. Nope. For the rest of this area, we can literally just run past everyone, which is just bonkers. Keep running through the building until you make it to the roof, and we have finally obtained the disruptor. We can now scout the nearby surroundings and find roughly where the other 2 parts are, but it doesn't mean there won't be obstacles in our way, such as the fuel we now have to find to open up certain areas of the map. We're going to take the elevator back down and use the key we grabbed from the building to unlock this gate. While heading through, we also get to pick up some free loot here, which is always nice. Head back down and into the building. Staff key with this zombie, head through this side door first, drop down here, and get ready for an onslaught. I think I might just dodge this guy. Yeah, I'm just gonna dodge them. I need the time. I missed that thing. Hopefully I'll kill him. What? You muppet. I completely forgot about that. That was a waste of ammo. Get on my face. Now I can get the green heart. Ah, it's all planned out. That's one of the 2 batteries collected. Climb back up, head up this ladder so we can begin finding the next one. Oh, what's the vision? Go. Now apparently you can just literally run past these guys. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it could fall off. No way. And with that, we have the second battery now. Slot it into place and we're done here already. I'm not even kidding when I say this area was such a pain for me on my first playthrough. I spent so many hours in here that I think I know this one part of Raccoon City better than my own house. Lord.
Reinfected and eliminated them. Did we proceed? So the rumors were true? What rumors? The missile wasn't just about stopping the spread. Don't be ridiculous. Affirmative. Listen up. Our objective hasn't changed. We rendezvous with the advanced party in the center of Raccoon City, then head for Ark. Our mission is to retrieve Elpis. Move out!
You guys are about to die, by the way. Am I going to play as them? It really looked like I was about to play as one of them. Oh.
Jesus, fuck! Where is the fucking blind here? Oh, my fucking legs! Get cover! Get cover!
You're going to die, yeah.
Please help me!
Let me guess, I'm going to look over, see him and die.
Holy shit!
That's a powerful gun. But wait, why wasn't his head exploded? His head isn't exploded, though? Oh. Grace moment? Am I playing as Grace?
What are you doing here?
All in good time. You'll see.
It really looked like he just stuck his hand into his stomach for me. I was like, you got any organs in there for me? With the container key in hand, which is somehow not covered in blood, our next stop is the gas station. We need to grab some fuel, and I highly doubt the locals will let us. Where will the sushi be here?
Huh?
Where will the sushi be here?
It says on the way. So Eric is driving.
Boom, boom. Including my girlfriend, apparently. It's important to note that the second you kiwi this chainsaw guy, every nearby zombie suddenly decides they want to turn. Since this is an insta-kiwi weapon, we do not want anyone getting their hands on it. So simply, we're defending this chainsaw like it's the only survivor we've ever hooked in Dead by Daylight, and we're playing Bubba, so of course we're heading straight to the basement. The gaps between my attacks here aren't accidental, they're on purpose. You can actually parry his swings by attacking at the exact same time he does. The problem is, if you're already mid-swing, you can't do it, and you will very quickly meet your demise. That's why I'm playing this fight so patiently. Since he's wearing a helmet, headshots are off the table anyway, so there's no point in getting greedy. The second time you parry his attack, you will automatically drop the chainsaw. So make sure that you are fleeing as this is happening, otherwise you'll get hit by the chainsaw dropping or by him, and neither is good. Ooh, ah.
You okay?
Stressful game. Stressful city game. Just spent so much bullets though, and I did get hit, but thankfully I didn't take a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Problem being, I've only got like an hour and 20 left, like on my timer. So.
Oh yeah, you're trying to do it
Under
how
4
many
hours. 4.
Woo.
I've completely forgot where to go from it. Oh, I know. No, I don't think. Should have used the Requiem on him thinking about it. Oh wow, what distance? Oh yeah, but you can climb up top too, can't you? I only get like 5 full bullets or something, don't I?
You can do it, babe.
Well, I did just do that section.
Oh.
I,
Hey, gave me soy sauce packet.
that is so kind of them. Make sure that you tell him I say thank you.
I will. I will.
With the gas canister now in hand, we're going to run back and loot this building for everything it's worth. Then head up these stairs and follow it through until you meet this sleepy guy. These gunners can be deadly, but thankfully, they've got the slowest attack speed I've ever seen. These guys are actually pretty straightforward to deal with. You just hide behind a wall, some boxes, or the nearest bench until they just finish shooting. Once they've emptied their entire volley out, just running with the shotgun and blast them. 2 more will drop down after this first guy, and you want to focus on the one without the helmet first, then deal with the one wearing one. If you're quick enough, neither of them will even get a chance to attack. Jeez, 4 shotgun bullets to the head. They don't even have a helmet on.
Should have worn a helmet.
Oh nice, I got a crit, that's useful. Can I reach up that? No, I can't reach all the way up there. After cranking this door open, head all the way back up the stairs. This time, go straight ahead and use our newly acquired crank to open the path through here. I'm gonna have to do some expert zombie dodging here. The second we run up these stairs and spot this guy, take a step back and look up and wait for him to fire the mortar. The moment he shoots, we shoot. The zombie that has just turned the corner will get blown up from the mortar, and now the mortar zombies are dealt with. And these guys are an absolute nightmare to play around. This is basically the game's way of teaching you how this next section is going to work. The mortars have a huge wind up, so you've got plenty of time to react, but it's always better to already be in cover before they fire, because if you're still out in the open when the shell lands, then you're definitely going to get hit. I hear a bomb. Oh, hello. I'm gonna run past you. Oh, hello. Nope. Use the bomb. You dead? Okay, where's some zombies? Where's some zombies? Dude. What the? Okay. Like, generally, what on earth was that? I think there's a zombie laying on the floor here. Anything up here? No. You're here. This. Okay. Yep. Yeah, there's two up here? I didn't know there was two up here. With the second part acquired, the broken signal receiver, we can now combine a distributor. That leaves us with just one final part to collect. And now I know there's been, yeah. I really hope that it's in the right area. Oh my gosh. Give me extra points. Okay, I should not have gone for the extra points. Yep. Oh! Yeah, so I accidentally healed here. I was tempted to restart the entire run because of it, but it wasn't necessarily a gameplay mistake. So I literally just pressed the wrong button and that's what caused it. So I instead decided to reload my save and carry on. That obviously wasn't fair. And I ended up changing the keybind to it later on. At least I know what to do now. Yeah, don't go for the extra points. It's not worth it. Oh, it was just fair. Fair? Unfair? Make sure you grab these credits on the way back to camp, then pick up a few upgrades such as the armor we wanted, and some other ones as well, which we definitely planned out in advance. I bought the wrong one. No, I didn't. Did I? No, I didn't. How much time am I? Okay. Not bad. Head into this container and pick this up. We need it later, I just forgot to grab it earlier. Ride the elevator back up, use the gas we collected earlier to power this up. Then zipline over to the final part we need. From here, make your way through the collapsing buildings. There are a few loot spots along the way, but I was very conscious of the time. Run, Forrest, run! Until you get all the way to this elevator part. Be careful of the elevator because it can actually land on you and squash you, and I somehow died many times to this when I first played the game. And then just after this section, we're going to find some more zombies. The thing is though, all the zombies are on glass and we can just shoot the ground underneath them with a few of our Uzi bullets. So this part is quite easy since we can run past the majority of them, and if we can't, we can just make them fall to their death and we still get the credits. Whoa, what's happened? Okay, I got stunned or something? That was weird. Okay, that's a bit of a delayed reaction, wasn't it? Should have opened this one first. What are you doing? What just happened? I decided to upgrade to the better submachine gun here. I ended up using it way more than I expected in this run, and by this point, I had so much ammo, so I thought, why not? Never use this one. Dude, it's right there. You really don't want me to do this. I don't know if I had to do that, but I did it. Okay, that works. Surprised that worked. I think grenade, right? Oh my gosh, why are my hands sweating so much? Oh, okay. No, don't. No. Now there should be a guy up here, right? Yep. Drop anything? Nope. No, I want to shoot on this. Whoa. Do I hear like a big guy or something? What's going on? Whoa, hello. Oh, okay. I was trying to parry. Oh, it would help if I did this, wouldn't it? Run past. Look at this guy. Yep, this works, I guess. Right, get ready to parry. Yep. Nope. Not having that. Nope. You can have it, right? Oh, I could have just... Okay, he's dead. I saw that. Okay, whatever. Nope. Okay. Speedruns. Speedruns. Speedrunning. We're speedrunners. Speedrunning. I am him. I am him. I am him. I am him. Oh my gosh. That was sick. I can't move on, baby girl. I've only just noticed I bought a pistol. Singing helps me concentrate. Why did I actually buy a pistol? That was generally just a waste of money. It's terrible. Pistol. So if I press this, Shift R, how did that? Now what? Reload animation before. Is it because like a tense scene's going on? This is some top-notch Jack gameplay. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Okay, that works. I could shoot them off the edge, can't I? It's got so much power. Oh, hello. Okay. Shoot him off the edge. Where? Where? There? Not there, surely. There? Where? Where? There! This is the worst accuracy ever. Oh, I should attack the legs. Yes, what am I doing? Did I just hear it? No, don't tell me I just heard the thingy-majig guy. No way I did. Okay, parry. Leg. 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 Right, get down, get down. Oh! Oh! Fuck. Oh, I need to skip. Where? Where do I want to? Where do I want to? I forget. Is it this way? It's this way. Hopefully it'll give me some points. Yeah, there we go. That was so lucky. With all 3 parts collected, it's finally time to blow this gate sky high. Let's go. Hop on the bike and head straight for Raccoon City. And not just anywhere in particular, but specifically going back to the RPD from Resident Evil 2. Oh, it's free now? Jeez, okay. They have quite a bit of health now. Do I hear Victor yet? Oh yeah, he's gonna break you down, isn't he? Why are my hands sweating still? So why do you sound different from the first time I played this game? Reload. Yeah, done. I think I could shoot him here, can't I? Does he not enough damage? Got him. Okay, so it's about half a mag. Half a mag a guy. Gosh, and he took damage. I have no idea how much damage these guys do. Why am I sweating? Yes, I'm spamming reload even though I don't need to. What happens if you just keep driving? Does it just stop? Or do you take damage? Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Hit him enough times. I don't know if the... No, he's immune now, I can see. Yeah, he shoots that down. It's how there was, like, no blood bouncing off him. Oh, I hope I don't get hit when we're doing the trade. I remember the first time I played this game, I did this part and I got hit. And it actually did a decent amount of my health. I didn't have armor though, I think. I can't fully remember. I don't think I had armor at this point. Hopefully it's not scripted. Hopefully I can, like... I'll find a way. I'll find. Maybe I just need to be fast enough. I'm so obviously not control this, otherwise I would have crashed so many times. I legitimately probably would have died here. This is the trade sequence, right? Well, I got my gun out before I was even allowed to. Oh, that did like no damage. What on earth? I remember the first time I played this game, it did damage. Maybe I thought it did damage, and I was like, oh, and it like picking my health up. I thought, why am I half health? Victor just got blown up by his own motorcycle, so I think it's safe to say he's not coming back. With that out of the way though, we're finally heading into the RPD. I didn't notice this while I was playing, but the game actually gives us a free scripted heal here. It doesn't affect the run majorly here since I've taken very little damage, but this would have been very handy to know going into the run. Once inside the police station, we find out we've been tracked this entire time, which isn't that surprising in my opinion. Stock up on some ammo, then spend any remaining credits we have on whatever upgrades are left. Our next objective is to make our way through the precinct and find the Jack. If you've played Resident Evil 2, you'll probably remember where it is, since it's in the exact same place that we left it. Along the way, you'll spot a few references to Resident Evil 2 as well. I'm not going to point them all out, because I don't want to spoil it if you haven't played the game yet, and you deserve to experience them yourself. Once you've got the Jack, head over to the east side of the building where we'll run into Grace and Wesker from Timu, which means it's finally time for everyone's favourite part of the run, the orphanage section. Because this part is literally just a walking simulator, I'm just going to go over this very quickly. Once they've left your room, follow them until you get here. Hide under the table until they fall over and this one turns around. Follow them again, then crouch behind her and slowly creep forward. The second she turns around, run back to the desk, hide for a moment, then head back through the door. They'll be gone now, so we're going to climb up here and grab this key, which I definitely did not forget where it was when I was playing this again. And even though they're now actively hunting you, you can literally just stand on this hatch until the game lets you climb down. Keep running until this secret passage opens, then pull this lever. Head over to this morgue? I don't know, I don't care. Now climb over the coffins, hop the fence and grab the fire poker. Unlock the door, and don't worry, when they spawn in here, just run straight to the ladder. Skip the cutscene, do a little more running, and get drugged. Congratulations, we just turned a 10-minute segment into about a minute. I'm not even exaggerating. Look, this is just after the dolls leave the room. And this is the end of the section. Wish Wesker notices us and makes a run for it. Our job now is to chase him down, but first, we reunite with an old friend. This section actually isn't too bad. You just have to let him get close enough that he doesn't cut you off while you're trying to escape. Keep running until you trigger this. Yep, there it is. Then run back and wait here for him to burst through the wall. There it is. Double back, and it's just Dead by Daylight all over again at this point. And just like that, we've lost him. Run through memory lane, and oh look, loads of loot, a safe room, a storage box to buy upgrades. Lucky us. Surely nothing bad is about to happen. Something bad happened. What? You what? Man, am I god parrying is a thing in this game. Oh, thank you. Oh, no, really? Okay. Okay, did not know he was right there. That was so not worth the risk, why would I do that? Okay, I don't know why that parry took so long. Like, to come out. Okay, I was close. Oh, I'm out of bullets. Oops. Oh, no, you get down. You get down now. Dude, how much health do you have? What? Where'd I go? Oh. I thought it threw him behind him again. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, apparently this is a thing. For some reason you just couldn't lift that car up. Okay. Oh, I got the reload too. That's not... What? What? Okay. Oh, jumping. Has he boxed himself in? No, give it out. What? What did I just say? Whoa, hello. Oh yes, stumble. Oh. Okay, now go for it. Because I don't have infinite ammo, so I do need damage. Yes, but I also need to keep my ammo as much as possible. Oh, okay, that's good to know. You can cancel the reload into a... Oh, yeah, it's good to know. Uh-oh. Am I dead? Oh, okay, no, I'm not. It's this thing. It's tap, right? Like, tap. No, it's tap. Ha! Unfortunately for you, my guy, I gotta go for it. So I don't swing this way either, too, by the way. Just to let you know, I don't like being manhandled. I ain't into all that. Surely he's nearly dead because of the stagger. Ooh, okay, I actually thought I failed that. Why is he still there? Oh, he's back. Seriously? Oh, there's something in that truck. No, no. No. Dude, you better die. You get over here now, mate. What? Oh, what just happened? I don't know. Don't want to know. Jeez. Dude, how are you dead? Oh, you dead? You dead? You dead? You dead? You dead? There's another part. I'm on 1 health. Wait, what? I was on it. On the Requiem bullets? Are you kidding? Are you actually kidding? Are you kidding me right now? And you want me to go do the plant section? Brother, I ain't doing no plant section like this. Homie, what? I'm not doing this. Oh, I have my game glitched. I look like I had 0 health. There is no way. My hands are so sweaty still. Why don't I remember this? Dude, you're like moaning like a maniac. Whoa. I didn't mean it that way. It's about time I address the issue in the room. I only have 1 health. We've got about 30 spiders upcoming as well to get through. And even if one of them grazes me just a little bit, I'm dead. So that means for the rest of the run, I cannot get hit by the slightest thing. I'm gone. I'm dead. Forever. Okay, I know I can just restart, but that's not the point. There's a zombie. Oh, no. Yep, they spawn behind me. Wait. Oh, here? It's the next one, isn't it? There it is. Where do I shoot again? There. Oh, jeez. After being politely dropped off, we go back to the usual routine, running and looting until we get all the way over to this zip line, and then into the plants we go. Thankfully, like the rest of the enemies we've encountered so far, we can actually just parry the plant attacks. And as you would expect, I'm being extremely cautious here, because these things blend in with the environment, so you have to keep a keen eye. Box, 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 box. Yes, it is. Okay, that's one. That's one. Oh my gosh. Since when did that kill them? I was just trying to parry past. Oh, okay. Nope. I'll throw another grenade. Got it. Oh, he had a gun. Nice. Please. Okay, good, 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 good. Wait, yep. I can't hear a bloody thing right now. I'm like fully leaned in. Because I mean, I don't know what this means. What's this mean? You poisoning me? What's going on? That thing hasn't opened up yet. Oh my gosh, I think that's stuck in the thing too. Am I on time? I'm so confused. Jeez, I just hit my microphone. Oh. 7 bullets. Oh my gosh. 4 bullets even. Oh my gosh. There is no way I'm doing all this on 1 HP, right? With only 30 minutes left on the clock, I've reached the point where if a side room isn't absolutely necessary, I'm not going in. Once inside the building, make your way over to this interface. Head back outside and hold your ground exactly around here. Then try to catch as many soldiers as you can before they enter the room with our sniper. The ones we miss, we have to deal with very carefully. They're going to attempt to corner us, but we're going to use this to our advantage by using the environment to... I get him. I got him. For this next room, we want to immediately blind the enemy and pray for sniper ammo. Please. Yes. Now we're going to use the environment to our advantage again and use it as cover. Only peek out as much as you absolutely have to. If you play it just right, the soldiers won't get a clear line of sight on us. Take out the two on the left first and then wait for this guy to retreat. Once you're up here, the soldiers can get some really awkward angles on you up here and one bullet and you're gone. If you didn't kiwi the guy who retreated earlier, he'll be hiding behind the cover in front of this last soldier. If you did get him, then this is the final enemy in the room at the moment. Once he's dealt with, run all the way to the end and drop down. The second we see this riot shield soldier spawn in, we're going to shoot the suspicious red container, which will release a licker. This causes the soldiers and the licker to start fighting each other, which is exactly what we want. We want to make sure the licker wins this fight, because he's much easier to deal with. The soldiers have shields and guns and can be annoying to approach, while the licker is much simpler since we can just parry his attacks. Okay. Thank you for your help, bud. I know I'm low on time, but I need ammo. Oh, I've got to take the risk. We also want to upgrade the axe here anyway, so it works out for the best. Because there's a boss fight coming up, and it makes this section significantly easier and significantly quicker. So actually, we're saving time. Oh, I'm alive. Oh, that was a weird noise. Then you have to survive a sneak attack. Oh. Oh, I need to go pee. Where did you come from? Oh, I got no bullets. That's another one. There it is. Don't you ever do that again. That better be the last of them. Oh, right. I thought I already did this part for some reason.
The world is under threat. Technology to control another's will already exists, but it's not efficient at infecting others. I believe Spencer solved that with Elpis. The connection sealed Raccoon City to save it for themselves, and it's been waiting here ever since. This is as far as we could get. If the wrong password is entered, the Ark will be destroyed and Elpis will be lost forever. Tell me, Grace. What's the password?
Pretty please.
Of course you do. You're the...
Leon!
Don't embarrass yourself, Mr. Kennedy.
Damn.
Aren't we fancy?
That's a nasty strike.
Jeez, that was grotesque.
Oh, wait!
I mean, fair enough.
You still need me, right?
Is it? It's not a bad move thinking about it.
What is my ultra?
You're a very smart man, Leon.
I got you.
Bruh.
You okay?
Me? Like $1 million.
That's from the old one. That's from RE4. Feel like $1 million.
Time to get off. Come on.
We always just end up under.
And he passes out. I'm Grace again. I swear, if you do not pick up every gun this man owns.
That's so funny.
Leon, are you okay? Those marks.
It's T-virus. Stage 3 infection.
So sick. Why would you come here?
This place. Raccoon City was where it all began for me. Where it all happened, I couldn't make a difference. So I am here now.
You guessed right.
I can't stop Zeno.
You're so annoying.
Said something
Stop
I
knowing
didn't
how
like.
people do things.
I'm sorry. Here.
I'm going back. I'm gonna destroy Elvis.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
I don't want any more regrets. Whatever it takes, count me in.
If anything happens to me, you'll end this.
I promise.
I still feel like he's not gonna die.
Yeah, I feel like he's good.
In the process of the walking simulator, we naturally get split up because, well, it's a horror. This is what they do. Just keep making your way through the facility until you reach this safe room. This is the final segment as Grace That Matters, so make sure you bring everything you think you're going to need and then more. Once you make it into the next room, look down here to avoid a jump scare. A licker will appear in front of us, but we're just going to throw a bottle behind him to distract him very easily. We will have to step on the glass when we head left, but don't worry, he'll still be focused on the bottle long enough for you to get past. Dude, run past this liquor as well. Grab another bottle and a key, and then quickly spin around because there are zombies in this room and we don't want to get grabbed. The lickers will most certainly get too close for comfort, and even though you feel like you're going to get hit, it's important that you just keep running until you make it to this door, because the second you make it here they stop following you. Since we now have the key, we will now want to make our way back and restore the power. The blood collector. Blood collector's right there. What? That's cool. Just yet again be careful of the liquor in this area because one does spawn here, but we're going to use the same tactic anyway. Once the power is back online, grab this magnetic key. Thankfully, the liquor resets its position, so we can just run straight past it yet again. Once we get back to this area, there are going to be a lot more zombies here waiting for us. Okay, well, I was going to open up, I just stood on glass. Head into the next room and, as usual, do every wrong path possible before finally taking the correct one. Unlock this door, head to the back, and forget the much needed Molotov. Once you grab the orb, zombies will start to pour in. My original plan here was to sneak past them. Then it was to use the Molotov if things got too messy, but for some reason I decided to do this instead. Please work. So yeah, we're now on 1 HP as Grace as well. This is going great, which is why when we get here and this liquor shows up again, I immediately throw a Molotov at him and hook it. You see, because we're playing as Grace on 1 HP, our movement speed is significantly reduced, meaning you can't exactly dodge past enemies as easily anymore. So that's fun. If only we could heal, right? I should have got the Molotov from that room. Why didn't I get the Molotov from that room? What? Yes, because that would be so useful, wouldn't it? But what would be useful, right, is the acid.
Hello there.
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, Charlotte will be waking up soon. Charlotte is awake. My girlfriend woke up. You are not getting me. I had to reset, unfortunately. As in, like, quit sort of thing. I know she loves me and whatnot, but I don't think she'll want that in recording. Try and juke. Nice. Only left. Now I think I have to do is pot stealth because nope. No. I felt like they're going to turn around and catch me. Wait, no way, no way, no way, no way. I thought there'd be a zombie in here or something. I genuinely thought there'd be something here. What's happened to my voice? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Is Grace over, right? Grace, why couldn't you got healed at this part? Like, generally, why did Leon get healed twice? Like, automatically. But no, Grace doesn't. At any point? I really thought he would get... Okay. No, that's fine. How long do I have? Great. 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 Yeah, you think I forgot about you lads? We're going to do the usual here, sell any spare healables, buy as much ammo as possible, and upgrade whatever's left. And for some reason, I still decided to keep my pistol. We literally sold this thing at the beginning of the game because of how terrible it is. This next segment has an absolute ton of lickers in it, but the problem is I really don't have any resources to deal with any of them. So instead, I decided to use the classic strategy, run and pray, except for now we can parry as well. I'm away. Everyone out the way now. Keep running, lad. Keep running. Brother, I'm taking everything. Yes! Oh, nice. He was one shot. Or is he dead? Oh, he's actually dead. I remember some spawn here. I might have been a bit too excited. Oh, you're kidding. Look, is that red thing? What is going on? Thank you for the window. With all those lickers and zombies finally dealt with, we hop onto the elevator, have another panic attack because of the T-virus, and check the timer, realizing we only have 10 minutes left. We're now back as Grace, and our job is to go reach Leon after seeing him collapse on the cameras. So we do what Grace does best, run, keep running, and then run some more. Eventually we reach Leon and head to Elpis, which triggers the final boss. Oh yay. Yep, kind of anticlimactic, wasn't it? After all that, after being Leon's entire part, first try, after all that, I died to the second hit of the boss. So anticlimactic. So after going through the entire game all over again and encountering some interesting bugs, I had finally made it back to this boss. This time though, I actually came prepared and had just enough HP to survive 2 hits. I'm basically just a Resident Evil expert at this point. You've also probably noticed that this is Victor and not wannabe Wesker, and that's because Victor didn't actually die in the motorcycle crash. I would be showing cinematics for this, but this video is way too long as it is. But essentially, Victor comes back, kills Wesker, because we gave him one of the syringe things that was from Elpis, but they unlocked it, injected it into him. He thought it was going to help him and give him powers, but it actually did the opposite.
You are nothing but an imitation.
And then Victor came back, took advantage of the opportunity, and here you go. And as we all know, Leon has plot armor, so of course he gets one of the cures as well, and he's fine.
You should have done this so much earlier.
Now, unlike the previous bosses, I actually get to explain this strategy instead of just running around like a stupid headless chicken. Victor's attacks are actually pretty simple. Almost everything comes from his mutated tentacle arm, and he has a lot of different animations, but they all share the same goal of hitting us. Our objective is to perfect parry whenever we can, because this gives us a much larger opening to retaliate. For reference, this is what a normal parry sounds like, and this is what a perfect parry sounds like. Always after a perfect parry, we can safely fire one shotgun shell. The only exception in this is the kick. If we perfect parry the kick, we can actually hit 4 shotgun shells in before he ever attacks again. You can squeeze out a 5th shot, but honestly, I'd rather lose a little damage and then we play another 4 hours because I got a little bit greedy. At this stage of the fight, I put Victor's attacks into 3 categories. The kick, which we've already explained, and the quick attack. Whenever you see him suddenly dip forward like he's about to throw the world's fastest uppercut, well, that's what he's about to do. Just parry immediately. It'll usually be a perfect parry anyway, but even if it isn't, you'll still get to punish. Then finally, there are his normal attacks and combos. These are the ones that catch people out because you can't just spam parry the second it happens, or doesn't have a very obviously window for us to parry. Instead, we're going to focus on where he's loading up his attack. Take this 2-hit combo for example. The first swing is easy enough to parry, but the second has a noticeable delay. If I had mashed parry here, I definitely would have been hit. Instead, we're going to watch his shoulders. He brings his back foot forwards and winds up, and the moment that front shoulder pulls back, that's our parry timing. Personally, I don't even bother chasing perfect parries on this attack. The Ward is just not worth risking a 4-hour run. You've probably noticed that I haven't been retaliating every time I parry. This is partly because I land a normal parry and I just don't want to risk it, but this could also be because my gut is telling me to back off. So you should back off. Repair your axe whenever you get the chance, even if it means missing out on a few hits. And use this falling pillar to break his line of sight whenever possible, if you need some extra breathing room. And as always, aim for the chest. Don't get greedy with these supply boxes either. You might want the loot, just like I did, because I'm a greedy goblin when it comes to Resident Evil games, I'm not gonna lie. But chances are, you won't need these extra bullets. I also like keeping both the axes on me. Because our main axe that we've had the entire run has such low durability, we can get a couple parries off of it before it needs repairing. But there'll be times where Victor is attacking us and we need to swap it out, which you will see in a bit. That's really about it, just keep chipping away at his health until he finally drops to 1 knee. I also apologise if you can hear me smashing my keyboard. I do have noise isolation on, but I was very focused. Okay. Jeez. Oh, okay. After unloading your second magazine and hearing him scream followed by the electricity, it's important to start strafing. Once his tentacle attack finishes, run back the other way, pull out the Requiem and aim straight for his head once he lands. Oh. At this point of the phase, we just need to hold out a little bit longer while parrying his erratic attacks. While yes, he does attack way more often now, they are quite easy to parry compared to the other ones since there aren't really delays with it, and even if you are to spam parry in certain ones, you'll still be fine. I don't suggest doing it though. You also probably just noticed that when he jumped into the air, we can actually just run towards him, which may sound counterintuitive, but it avoids the attack completely and gives us a much safer position. Run. Okay. You could. No. No, equipment. You cheeky bugger. You cheeky bugger. Get. Don't you dare. Don't. I didn't know you could take his rocket launcher. Oh wait, we still got to do the next part. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? I didn't know you could take his rocket launcher. If I say something, then it might pick it. Maybe if I turn my noise cancellation off for a second. Can you hear that? It's picking it up. So you better be hearing it. I can see it picking it up. Okay. Why am I asleep? Why did I accidentally do the absolute simmer? Phase 2 is basically the plant boss all over again, except this time we're targeting these red spheres instead. We're just going to keep strafing left and right. If the right hand comes down, we go left, and vice versa. You can also power the arm attacks if you can't move out the way in time. The arms absolutely shed your ax's durability though, so make sure it's fully prepared once you destroy all of these red spheres on the bottom. We only have to do this twice. Once we've done so, he will release a barrage of attacks, starting from left to right. Just simply watch both of the arms as they alternate, and parry every single time they start coming down. If your axe breaks while you're doing this, just swap to the other one. If the arms do the big X-shaped attack though, you have to parry it. And then just keep repeating this until every sphere is destroyed. Oh, you can just... Okay, go. What? Okay. Okay, I'll put some. What? Wait, we done it. Have we done it? What? Is that? I thought that was free. Oh wait, do I have to just turn us? No. I have no idea what he just said, but I turned the subtitles off because I wanted to look more cinematic. But I have no idea what you just said. And there it is. Oh my god. Look at that. I'm not saying that. They should really not abbreviate that. The difficulty jump was stupid. I definitely don't think it's that as difficult as the other ones. But what on earth? The difficulty came just from the time you have to put into it, like how many, the like time pressure and whatnot. First time being sanity mode, no healing, all the other things. I guess it's time to go finish the rest of the video and finish editing it. Oh my gosh. The challenge made it so much more difficult doing it deathless. Such an unnecessary challenge, which I will probably continue to do. But the best part, I can now delete it. I now have more. I have 30 gigabytes on my storage. That is what I am most excited about. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited that I beat the challenge, but I'm not kidding. Actually, I can just do it second. Look, it's about to go to like 120. I don't know why I said all that. I had to redo the spider boss fight because after the spider boss fight, I'll now show visuals. If I remember to add this. But when you're pushing the thing, I got froze there and I got stuck there. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just reload it because I'm gonna just reappear here, obviously, after the fight. Obviously, it saved. No, it didn't. That was really annoying. Anyway, get off my piece. Actually, I'll just move you over. Because there are some more things I want to do with that. Snow is falling all around. Let's not get copyright stroked at the end of it. I don't want to have a yap sesh, so I'm not going to say too much. And I am a really big fan of the game. I did really like the story, but it's just the gameplay seemed very repetitive. And I know it's like a shooting Resident Evil sort of game, and it's going to have similar sort of repetitive loop. But I mean more so the bosses. You know, it just felt like every single boss was basically the same strategy, the same everything, which is kind of annoying. Which is kind of just like run, run, shoot, run, shoot, run, shoot. You know, at least with the final boss, I actually was able to implement a strategy. It's like, what on earth do you even do against Mr. X? It's kind of just like, don't try and get hit by flying cars, you know? But yeah, anyway, don't want to yap on too much, but I do want to say we do have a Discord and we do have a Twitch. I'm going to start streaming on Saturdays. I haven't got the time down yet because I want to, talk aloud with my family first and whatnot and make sure, hey, is this time good? Gotta be considerate of whatnot who I'm living with. Yes, we'll be streaming on Saturdays. You will see if it's on maybe on my homepage or down below if you scroll down a little bit, like on the description part. You'll see a Discord and you'll see a Twitch. You'll also see the proof channel. Head on over there if you want to see the raw footage and how I do these stupid challenges. The next one's going to be Sifu. And I've talked to a few people about it and they've already said some of the things I'm going to do in it are stupid by themselves. And then I added I think it's at least another 5. I seem to have a habit of adding rules on top of the rules on top of the challenges. I noticed that with the Darkest Dungeon one, and I'm noticing with this one now. But yeah. Great game. I did not mean to take this long. This video would have been easily out 2 months ago, but I had to deal with personal things. I don't want to yap. I've already talked for too long. I mean, it's only been 2.5 minutes, but still. Don't want this video to be any longer than it has to be. My only issue with the story was easily I didn't hit the vitals, which I'm pretty sure is everyone else's same issue with the story and the orphanage section. That part just sucks. I do feel like I made some editing mistakes, because I feel like I use the text too much, because I don't want to be one of those people who just do here's how I did it without explaining things, or it just being raw gameplay footage. I don't want to be one of those people. It's not me dissing the people who do that. I just don't want to do that. I want to be able to explain things, and I wanted to be able to edit things on top of it, and that's when I went out to the text, and I had fun with the sound effects and the music. I had a lot of fun with the music. Timing it, the actions, the hits and whatnot. It was fun. Anyway. But then I started to realize by overusing the text, I was lowering the impact of the text. Because I had the text present through the entire video, I'm sure you will notice when the Mr. X section happened, you noticed there was no text. And I realized at that moment, when I was doing this part of the video and editing it, I was lessening the impact of the text because I was using it too much. So yeah. I think that's it. So, if that's it then, you know what you have to do. You know what you have to do, right? Right? You don't. Or do you? Did you watch the previous video on what I said it? No one before that? I mean, if you didn't anyway, it doesn't matter. So you know that teeny tiny hole in your wall that you found not too long ago, the size of a pin? I put that there. So I'm in your walls. I'm watching you. I can see everything. I forgot the song. I still forgot the song. What's the Santa song again? So be good for goodness sake. Yeah. And brush those damn teeth.